You're listening to Entrepreneur's Enigma, a podcast about the ups and downs of the entrepreneurial journey. Every week, your host Seth Goldstein interviews entrepreneurs from all walks of life about their entrepreneurial journeys. From store owners to Fortune 500 CEOs, we all have stories to tell. So sit back and join us for the next 20 or so minutes while we explore the entrepreneurial world.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Entrepreneur's Enigma podcast. I am, as always, after 300 plus episodes, you know who the hell I am, Seth with Podcast Mastery and Goldstein Media. Today I have Rachel Allen on the show. Now, and we'll get into why she got stuck in Hong Kong or stranded in Hong Kong at some point, but let me introduce her first. I just think I was reading her Podmatch bio, and that's what she leads with, and I'm like, all right, I got to ask her about that. So Rachel Allen is a fast-thinking, I always want to say fast-talking, but fast-thinking, deeply nerdy marketer with a broad range of experience in for-profit and nonprofit sectors. She's written for some of the biggest and smallest names in business. I like that she includes the smallest because I'm sure we all get that. And excels at marketing that is equal parts data-driven and human-centric. After running her marketing business for 16 years, with clients in 21 countries, Rachel's written for some of the top names in entrepreneurship, as well as influencers, brick-and-mortar businesses, nonprofits around, and all kinds of businesses around the world. Her work has contributed directly to high ROI launches, leaps in audience engagement, industry awards. There you go. Relationships with top venture capital firms, and national level honors. So, hello, hot shot. How's it going?
Hi. I think I do want to actually change my bio to say fast talking because that's very true of me.
I was like, I keep on saying fast. You should say fast talking. You'll figure that out. I'll leave that for you to do. So in the bio, you said 20 years ago, you found yourself in Hong Kong without a work permit. Now, 20 years ago, was it Chinese then, or was it still part of Britain?
It was Chinese then. Yeah, they did the handover in 97.
So 20 years ago, you were in Chinese-controlled Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
No, obviously you had a passport, but no work permit.
Right.
Now, was that intentional, or was it like an oh shit moment?
It was a little bit of both. The being there was intentional. The oh shit moment happened as soon as I landed there and was like, oh wait, I didn't get a work visa. What? Because I was 22.
Oh, I gotcha. So you wanted to go to Hong Kong. Okay.
Yes.
It wasn't like you ended up in Hong Kong and you're like, what the hell?
No, I was not kidnapped and forcibly brought there.
No, so you went to Hong Kong and you're like, shit, forgot to cross the T's and dot the I's.
Yeah.
But you were 22. So
right.
you had to figure something out, and that ended up being copywriting, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually fell into it like completely backwards. I didn't know it was a job until I saw this like freelance gig, and I was pretty sure it was a scam, but I was like, whatever, let's give it a try. And
again, you were 22, so
right, exactly. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm already stranded here. I need to make rent.
Exactly.
So I gave it a go, and I wrote this little advertisement piece for them, and they paid me $3.25, and I was delighted.
Well, because of course that goes farther, so.
I mean, a little bit. It's still an expensive city, but I was just so excited that anybody would pay me to write. Like, that had never occurred to me.
So why were you in Hong Kong in the first place? This for an adventure?
Well, it was a little bit of like running away because I had graduated as a journalist. So I, was doing radio journalism, but I graduated into the 2008 recession. And of course,
the best time to start getting into a job. Yeah.
Exactly. Especially the flourishing career of radio journalism,
Well,
so
it's about as good as newspaper journalism. Yeah, I get it.
Right. Yeah. And that was actually the college I went to was very special because at the time it was one of the only colleges in the United States doing what they called new journalism, which was journalism on the internet.
Ooh, yeah. We have to remember 2008 is a long time ago. Not making you feel old, but it is a long time ago.
No, it totally is.
Now people are like, wait, journalism on the web, radio on the web? Like, okay.
Right. Where else would it exist? Yeah,
exactly.
Totally.
And now it's like, okay. Back then it was like, oh, this is new and novel.
Right.
You got to keep in mind Twitter, which I will always call Twitter, was out maybe a year before at South by
Oh
Southwest,
yeah.
and we're talking about like early days
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Web
yeah, very
two.
much so.
Yeah.
I mean, the word podcast didn't exist until 4 years after I started doing what I do now.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And
But
then now the rest is history.
exactly. But yeah, so anyway, I graduated and like couldn't get a job and was working at Old Navy unpacking boxes in their warehouse on the 5 a.m. shift, and that was not my dream.
No.
So I know,
Yeah.
shockingly,
Yeah.
So I was like, well, the furthest place away from Tennessee is Hong Kong, so I bought a plane ticket and I went.
There you go. Why
Yeah.
not? And the rest is literally the rest is history because
Yeah.
you've been doing copywriting since.
Yeah.
And so when did you? I was about to say when did you open Bold and Beautiful? Uh, when did you bolt from the blue copywriting? Man, words are hard
Yeah.
today. But when did you start your own shingle? Was it always like you got your $3 and you've been reinvested it and it became $5 and $6, or did you work for like a firm first and then escape again?
All I did was I worked for Content Mills, which also tells you how far
Mm,
long ago this is. And it was all freelance, but I treated it as like a sort of like stopgap thing and not like a real job for about the
mm.
first 3-4 years.
Yeah,
Um,
again, you were 22, so yeah.
right. It's like, I don't know, I'll figure something out. And then after I was living on this like beautiful island in Greece, and from the outside it was like living the dream on the Greek island, working in the morning, sunbathing all afternoon. But I was so anxious all the time because I was like, I'm about to like actually work myself out of the grown up job market. I don't know that I'll ever be able to get a real job.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided. I was like, well, I could go that way, or I could try this like crazy business idea. And I decided to try the crazy business idea, and that's when Bolt became a thing.
Not Bold and the Beautiful, Bolt.
Yeah, yeah,
Bolt from the blue. I like that. Which is
yeah,
kind of cool because you bolted from the blue. You bolted from the Mediterranean Sea and said, "I have an idea." Eureka!
yeah,
You can
totally.
steal. You can steal that. You can steal that
Thank you.
visual.
I will. I'm going to add that into my lore
And you're
as I
like, "Bolt."
stared out at the waves. Yeah,
I realized I need to start my own business. That's awesome. And
yeah,
so the rest is history. Again, the rest is history. You kind of
yeah.
decide like you're gonna do your own thing. And so now with AI, I know everyone's here. Oh God, he's gonna ask me about AI. Everyone has to ask about
Everyone
AI.
does.
How are you? I would say dealing, using, avoiding, fighting, suffering through AI.
So my take on it, I actually feel really fortunate in that right before LLMs became like a big thing, an AI company hired me to
Huh?
write a glossary of
Oh
their
wow.
of AI terms. So I had to go through and learn the most boring, like nitty gritty technical
Mm,
elements of this.
yeah.
So I felt so fortunate in that like it doesn't scare me because I'm like, no, I understand this down
Well,
to
you wrote the glossary.
like literally the dictionary on it. And so I understand it down to the most granular degree, and so I'm like, well, it's very useful for what it does, and there are just certain things that it's never going to be able to do. So my take on it is it's really like a marketing intern. And so while I don't tend to use it in my own work just because I'm still faster than it,
Yeah.
I have clients who will ask me to use it. I'm like, that's fine, I will manage your robot intern, I will manage your human intern, whatever, it's all the same to me.
I love it. I love it. That's a good take on it because I feel like it's good for bullet points. It's good for like kind of like, all right, I have an idea. I don't know where the hell I'm going with it.
Right.
Give me something, and
Totally.
it'd be faster to just put it in there, see what it comes up with. Obviously, don't make it final product because it's not final product material at all.
Yeah, no.
But every once in a while, I'll write something and I'll say punch this up,
Mhm.
make it punchier, and I'll be like, whoa, all right, that was a little too punchy. Okay. But
Yeah,
because being a former journalist myself, I'm like, all right, that was a little over the top. But then
yeah,
I will depunch it a little bit
yeah,
and use some of the ideas that it comes up with. 'Cause it's a writing partner essentially. It's like, try
yeah,
this, Seth. Try this idea. If you get
right.
stuck, because we all writers, we all get stuck in the weeds. Like, what the
Oh,
hell am I gonna write about now?
totally, totally. And it's
It's
like being able
wild.
to talk to that person across the newsroom and be like, "Hey, am I crazy? Does this headline work?" And then they give you
Exactly.
something that's better or worse, and you're like, "Okay, cool. Thanks for the sanity check."
I love it. I love it. So in your mind, I mean, I think I kind of understand what you're going to say here, but like, what is the best thing about being an entrepreneur?
Mm.
Since you've always been one, pretty
Ooh.
much.
Yeah. I mean, so I think the obvious answer is like the freedom, right? You get to do what you want.
Greece,
But
Hong
yeah,
Kong.
like, I
Yeah.
mean, throughout my 20s, I moved every 6 months essentially. And so I've lived so many
Wow.
different places and I love that.
And now you live in
But
a place where you can see the different time zone. We were talking about that in the
yeah,
pre-show.
yeah, we
Yeah.
were talking about how I live right next to Central Time, but I'm still technically on Eastern Time. So it's really weird.
So going to the Home Depot should lose us an hour.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a constant time warp. I never know where I am.
Oh, that's awful. So anyhow,
Yeah.
we're going back to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the freedom part, but for me, honestly, it's the challenge. Cause like the whole point of entrepreneurship, like what I tell people when they're like, should I become an entrepreneur? And I'm like, okay, well, here's what being an entrepreneur is like. It's like where almost nothing is your problem, but almost everything is your fault. And
Ooh, I love
yeah,
that.
it's like if you like solving problems all day long, that is the job.
Yeah.
And
And
I think
half the
that's really
things you
fun.
don't cause yourself. I mean, most of the stuff you
Yeah.
don't cause yourself. It's like, what
Oh,
the hell?
totally. Right? It's like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I'm
wild.
constantly provided with ridiculous problems that other people have created. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me get in there.
Absolutely. And you have to kind of be ready to roll up your sleeves.
Yeah.
So now the flip side, I mean, because yeah, you realized in Greece that you were going to make yourself 9 to 5 unemployable.
Yeah.
What keeps you up at night now as an entrepreneur?
I mean, I think there's always the like, is this all going to fall apart fear?
Mm,
Like it's worked so far, but like next year's going to be the one, number 17. Oh no.
I know. Wow.
And so there's that fear. But I think the thing that I worry the most about these days is just I really think about how short life is, and although I presumably have some decades left, I am
Oh
just
God
really
willing, yeah,
one hopes, yeah.
yeah.
I'm just increasingly aware though of like there's so much that I want to do and so much that I want to accomplish, and I just am on a very limited time frame.
Yeah, not to be too morbid about it, but it's
I
true.
mean, yeah,
It's true. Not to be a Debbie Downer about it, but it's the truth there. But
yeah,
but I mean, and look, I mean, as an entrepreneur, it's another thing is you want to go. I mean, other than outside influences, you want to bring your business with you. You can go to Greece for that week
right.
and work on the beach.
But don't
Especially
do
as,
that. It's
as
horrible. You're gonna get sand in your laptop. It's the worst. Don't ever do it.
you've tried it.
Yeah, and like because it was like again the mid aughts when I was doing this stuff, and everyone's like hair on the beach. No, it's terrible. It's awful. Don't ever do it.
All right, do it from the patio, looking at the beach.
Exactly. That's what you want.
That's what you got to do. So, what is the most important thing to carry with you all the time besides your
Mm.
passport?
Charging cable.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good
can't do without.
one.
Yep, and your power converter, so you can actually plug in.
Oh, that's kind of helpful.
Yeah,
You have your power. I have a power cable. I don't have my work
it's like
permit,
great,
and I
cool. Let
don't
me.
have my plug cable. Oh my
Yeah,
god! You remember that when you went, right?
I
Tried to,
did that. I was on top of. It's just the pesky little legal paperwork. I was like, I mean, I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there. Whatever.
we're gonna take a quick break, hear from our sponsors, and get right back to the show. Well, you did, obviously. I
Yeah,
mean, so how long were you in Hong Kong for?
about 2 years all told.
Wow.
Hmm.
And but at least back then it was a little less precarious. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was awesome. It's one of my favorite places I've ever lived.
I hear it's still a fun place to visit. I hear
Mhm.
even like China, as much as like people it's in the news as being a totalitarian regime. Watch your P's and Q's, and it's a fascinating country.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That was my last ditch attempt at W2 ness was after that summer in Greece. I got a master's degree just to see if I could
Because
like
why
really
not? Yeah.
yeah, it was 1 year, it was in London. I was like, sure, whatever.
Ooh.
But it was focused on Sino-British international relations.
Oh,
So it's
geez,
really fascinating.
Louise.
Yeah.
Wow, you went in the weeds on that master's degree.
Oh yeah, like really deep.
Well, then I guess you can look back at your time in Hong Kong and like really appreciate it because you learned about it more.
Yeah.
You learned about it, and probably it was easier for you in the class because you live there. So
Right. Right. And you
that's
get a
cool.
feel for the culture in a way that you can't just from reading stuff.
Yeah. So no, not mentioning names, but
Mhm.
mentioning like topics. What was the best thing you've ever written? for a
Ooh.
company?
Okay, so I've got a couple that I really love.
Okay.
One was the like a sales subject line headline. There we go. I was just talking about emails earlier.
Yeah.
Headline that said 15 years ago I nearly found myself face down in an open abdomen. Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Right. And everyone's like, but tell me more. And it was
Yeah.
for a client who had been a surgeon and transferred into coaching because she found herself horrifically burned out in surgery and she'd
I
almost
fell
fainted.
asleep. Fainted.
Yeah.
As I figured, a surgeon fainting, and then you face. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
But I really
enough to
enjoyed
make you
that.
burn. Man, that makes my burnout seem a lot easier. Being a journalist for 6 years, I
Ugh.
burned out, but my face didn't end up in an open abdomen.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, that make you burn out. That's a wake up call.
Yeah. That's
That's
when you know it's really time to take a step back.
oh my god.
Hmm.
So Rachel, where Rachel? Yeah, Rachel. It is Rachel. I'm
Yeah.
blanking. It is one of those days. I'm like,
I get you.
oh my god. So anyhow, Rachel, where is the best place to find you online? Where do you hang out the most?
Shockingly to myself, LinkedIn these days. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's getting
It's having
fun though. It's loosening up
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's turning into more of like a human to human space. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn. You can also just email me like it's the ancient times. I
What?
do a lot of email. I know. Yeah.
An email.
Right. A personal email from my inbox to yours.
Yeah. We will not share that email in the show notes, but you can go. You
Yeah.
can find it if you want to look for it.
Oh yeah. It's also just it's hello at boltfromthebluecopywriting.com.
Good. So if those AI spammers are listening, they can spam
Right.
you. But if they're text-based spammers, they can't. So there you go.
Exactly.
I always love the emails when it's not like Rachel at. It's a hello.
Yes.
I
Right.
have S Goldstein. I have Seth.
Hmm.
I have all those others. But then for Podcast Mastery, I have AI spammers come spam me. It's hey or hello. I think it's hey at podcastmastery.coach
Yeah.
because it's like, why not?
Right.
Have fun with it.
Right.
I love it. So also go check out Bolt from the Blue Copywriting.com. And it's Rachel Allen writes. Allen's with an E because Allen can be spelled 15 different ways.
Yes.
And that's her LinkedIn, I guess, username, URL,
Like handle
whatever you
thing.
want.
Yeah. If you type in Rachel Allen, I'll pop up.
With an E. Probably
Yes.
with an A too. Probably still pop up because LinkedIn's pretty good at finding people.
Yeah, it's not bad. The only if you see someone who's an Irish chef also named Rachel Allen spelled like me, that's not me. So that's the only reason I don't own rachelallen.com. She was all over it.
Oh no. Yeah, actually that's kind of funny. Quick aside, there's a more famous Seth Goldstein who's an angel investor and startup founder. And
Nice.
we were actually when Facebook was giving out vanity URLs, we were on Facebook Messenger together talking. So I've talked to this guy before.
Yeah.
And my internet went out for a blip, and he got Seth Goldstein. I had to get Seth M. Goldstein. I was like,
tragic.
and now I don't even look at Facebook anymore. And I could care less, but it was always oh man. So Rachel, thank you. This has been so much fun. I love how fast it goes.
Yeah.
But thank you for being on.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This has been great.
And we'll see everyone next week.
That was a great show. If you're enjoying Entrepreneur's Enigma, please consider giving us a review in the podcast directory of your choice. Every review helps us reach new listeners. If you like Entrepreneur's Enigma, consider the other shows on the Marketing Podcast Network at marketingpodcast.net.